Hey gang, Hyperform here. We are here with Emberton. She's a doctor of physical therapy, and here with one of our athletes, Heather Phillips, and we're going to go over the Crossover Symmetry Protocol. Alright, so I brought in Jen because she has experience with how the muscle anatomy is supposed to feel. So we'll let her take over from there. She's going to walk Heather through our initial activation protocol.
So I'm really excited that Drew wanted me to be a part of this. I'm excited about crossover symmetry for you guys, and I'm excited to teach you a little bit about it. Our CrossFit gym gets we spend a lot of time on mobility, spend a lot of time on strength. Crossover symmetry, while it does have some mobility and strength as part of it, the main focus is activation, it's motor control. So let's talk a little bit about what motor control is. It's what's going on the inside. So that's kind of the fun part. We're going to talk a little bit about why that's important. And with each movement, we're going to go through exactly what to look for. First, motor control is your brain's ability to control a movement pattern without you having to think about it. So again, it's what's going on the inside. How efficient are your muscles at producing a movement pattern? How efficient and proficient are they at stabilizing your joints as they're going through something? So there are 5 different parts of crossover symmetry. We are just going to do the activation today. There's 7 exercises. I'll kind of take Heather through that and talk to y'all a little bit about what to expect with each one of those. Okay? So we have the first 3, which you're going to set up at eye level. Okay? So for Heather, that is going to be about here, maybe a little bit lower. You're supposed to kind of put your hand across your forehead, and it's at about that level, okay? And the bands will be crossed, okay? For activation, you're going to use yellow or green. Don't grab something heavy. This is motor control. This is not about strength. If it's a lot of resistance, you're not getting out of it what you need to get out of it. So we'll start with yellow. Start with tension on the band, okay? So I'm gonna have Heather start in that position. What you need to think about is starting in an athletic position, okay? She's not going to stand here with her knees locked out and her back locked out, just kind of hanging here, okay? I also don't want your head down. I don't want you looking in a position where your head is not straight up and down. So she's going to bend her knees a little bit. She's not going to let herself go into too much extension. She's going to start with tension on the band and her arms in front of her. So step back just a little bit more. The first move is just a row to about 70 or 80 degrees. So elbows might be a little lower than her shoulders. She's going to hold this position, okay? So you don't want elbows to be higher than shoulders. That's going to contribute to impingement, okay? So you want to be a little below that. She's going to hold it for a second and then slowly come back forward. You're going to do 8 repetitions of this. Pain-free range of motion. All you should feel is some activation across posterior cuff, between shoulder blades. The focus with motor control is always smooth, controlled range of motion, no pain. You're not looking to load the tissue up so much that it's hard to do, okay? It's nice coordinated movement. So that's the first one. The second one, she is going to keep her elbows straight and come straight back. So let's try that one. You're good. Now what's also important here, just like with any overhead position, you don't want to start to let the elbows bend too much. She's going to pull straight out and make sure she's externally rotating versus falling inward, okay? The internally rotated position is what we really want to train our shoulders out of, okay? Internal rotation is a closed pack position for the shoulder, so it's stable, but it is not dynamic. So you cannot support weight overhead in an internally rotated position. So with all of these, you're gonna end with that nice open external rotation, kind of leading with the thumbs. That will also prevent impingement. So she's gonna stay a little lower than shoulder height and externally rotate, okay? This next one, same thing, but maybe a little bit more bend in your knees, a little bit more of a hip hinge. Keep your neck nice and in line, and you're gonna pull down, okay? You can pull down with your palms away, or forward. I prefer the externally rotated position. Elbows are really important here with all of these guys. You don't want to have those elbows bent. You're training a poor movement pattern, okay? So make sure your elbows are straight, head's in a good position, you got a good hip hinge. That looks awesome. Almost all of these so far, you should only be feeling this across the back of your shoulders and your arms. If you're feeling anything in the front, any pain, any muscle activation, any discomfort, probably want to adjust a little bit or see somebody, okay? That is the last one you're going to do at eye level, okay? So now these are going to drop down to knee level. So both of them will come straight down. Always cross them. Always start with a little bit of tension on it. This is similar to the first one. She's going to come to where her elbows are a little bit below her shoulders, and now she's going to go into external rotation at that position. So you're going to row straight back and then externally rotate. Come down and back forward, okay? If she can do this without pain, then that position is good. If it causes any impingement, any discomfort, just drop down a little bit and externally rotate and come back. Slow, controlled through that full range of motion, okay? If you're adding speed to it, you're not getting the motor control yet that you really want, okay? So scaption is the plane of the scapula. So we are moving in the direction of the way the glenoid is oriented, all right? And so that's at an angle. So you're not going straight out, you're not going to the side, okay? Same athletic position, same external rotation. You can start here and then end in external rotation, or you can stay in it the whole time. You're just going to work through pain-free range of motion, straight out. Turn that around. Again, elbow straight, elbow straight, elbow straight. Such a common fault is to bend those elbows. So this one you will start to feel some strain in the front. A little bit of that is fine. Just pain-free, okay? Essentially you can stagger your feet here, okay? You're gonna go to where your thumbs are up and you're gonna press forward with your shoulders and then retract back and then push forward and retract back. When you push forward, think about pushing those shoulders, those biceps up towards your ears like we do in the overhead position. So start here, you can stagger, press straight out, a little bit above shoulder height, good. Retract, protract, retract, protract, retract, good. Very nice. Should feel this perhaps a little bit in the front, but mostly just kind of deep in the shoulder, okay? Good, come back. This is the victory pose. This is same athletic position leading up. This is basically the top of your overhead squat position, okay? So you are getting into that overhead position, and I want you to shrug up, hold, and come back down, okay? If you can really stabilize and improve your motor control in that overhead position, it will help you not lose lifts forward as much, okay? So this is important to resist that tendency to want to lose lifts forward, okay? So be able to stabilize this position, okay? The key with a lot of this stuff is variability. You want to be able to train the scapula, train the glenohumeral joint in various positions to different stress. That variation is going to reduce your injuries. That's going to reduce pain. That's going to make it much easier for you to control load under speed, weight, fatigue, all those things that we do here in CrossFit. Hope that was helpful.